decided I'm not allowed to cook anymore, at least till I can build up the confidence to try again. Why? What happened? Did you explode the kitchen? I hope not, but did you? I was hungry, so I decided to cook something, and I found soup. I put the soup in the microwave, spun in the plate for 3 seconds. It fell over, and now I gotta clean the microwave, and I don't have any soup to eat. How did it do that? The spin plate that goes in the bottom of the microwave jumped, throwing the bowl in my soup ever. Oh. I can't believe I forgot about Nova's birthday. Yeah, it is today, right? But it's completely normal to forget people's birthdays, to be honest. It happens to me all the time. Sometimes I forget my birthday, too. My brain has decided birthday dates are useless, and I can barely remember my own because it's shared with my shit dad and my grand. Oh god. Say's family apparently play him to do the woohoo, if you know what I mean. Even then, like, what are the chances of like 3 generations being born on the same day? Might be coincident that we are all the oldest of our respective siblings. This is beyond science. You shouldn't skip meals. I know, I was like, who are you to say that, Mila? And I'm gonna be like, you know what? You got a point. That doesn't mean that I cannot eat your guys' ass when y'all skip meals. I'll clip that for out of context. Clip what for out of context? Eat ass? Who's gonna eat ass? Wait, what did I say? Wait, what? I don't remember saying that. My brain just doing whatever the fuck he wants, and then like me having to deal with the consequences of it later. Mila, don't eat my bun. I'll try not to eat your bun. I really don't want to eat your bun. Steak-Doritos are the best thing from like Taco Bell, and you cannot change my mind. I'll be able to sleep tomorrow because I have camp the next day. Why not? Is like sleep deprivation a pre-requirement to go into the camp? I hate camping. Oh, I mean, is it an actual camping? Because I feel like, at least in my experience, I've gone quote-unquote camping before, but it usually means going somewhere and like having activities to do the whole day rather than like being in a tent and that kind of stuff. I was forced to go to a church camp before. Ended up being a cult camp. This happened when Mila was a slime in high school. She had a friend, and this friend went to church. Mila the slime is not really religious. I prefer not to talk about it. She was being like, I want to go to this camp. Mila the slime, you, my friend, would you like to go to this church camp with me? And I was like, no, I wouldn't like to go. It was like a big thing. And there were like many churches that would like send their young, like there was like a youth camp situation. She was the only one in there in her church or something. After like a week of convincing, she convinced me to go. She didn't tell me much. I didn't ask much. I thought it was just gonna be like, yeah, we're gonna go. They're gonna be like, oh god. By the way, it's $100 to go in. My sister also went. She was going with me because I was like, I'm not doing this by myself. If we're going into like a weird place, like we're going in together, bitch. First red flag. I'm walking in with my stuff, and then like there's this lady in the front, like registering people in. It was like, okay, well, whatever, you know, they gotta figure out who came up, right? They find my phone and they're like, this is ours now. And I'm like, excuse me? Yes, we're taking your phone and you cannot have it back until it's over. And I'm like, look at my friend, like, you didn't tell me about this part. It was either like I gave them my phone or I had to go home. By the way, they wouldn't give my money back. They wanted my friend, my sister and I to sleep in different rooms with like random people. Bullshit. We made a scene. We got like in together in a room. We go in for the first event. It's like a big like dude talking and everyone's like sitting down in chairs like around this dude. Whatever, right? Until he starts like very much aggressively yelling at people. They were like, oh, it's just gonna last like an hour and then we're gonna have dinner. I'll tell you, it did not last an hour. It was supposed to end at like 8. It ended up being done at like 10. But then we're like, okay, we're gonna go to sleep now, right? No, you're going back where you sit all around this dude as he talks to you now. I will let you know that they did not stop until it was like 3, 4 a.m. People were trying to go to bed and complaining that they're sleepy and people wouldn't like care. Really? The adults were all like crying and all that kind of stuff. So another thing, it was a school in the middle of nowhere. There is nothing nearby. They finally let us go to our room. Guess what happened next? It's 6 a.m. They're banging at the doors, turning on the lights. Most people went to sleep at 5, so they gave us an hour of sleep. No, we gotta wake up. We have a schedule that we have to follow. Everyone ends up getting up because they're not letting anyone there. During the second day, in particular, something happened to me. On my period, I have really bad cramps and I was dying and they wouldn't give me meds. Please, can I call my mother? And the lady was like, you cannot call your mom. I didn't expect it to happen here, and due to my medical condition, I have quite literally unbearable pain. Why are you not allowing me to talk to my guardian? I remember her saying, what if you go home? You don't want to go home. And I'm like, bitch. Eventually they let me call my mom. My mom's like, do you want me to pick you up? If I leave, that means that like my sister is going to stay here by herself, and clearly this place is fucked up. I don't even remember what they were saying, but at some point I started crying like all the other people. And they kept doing this thing where like people would collapse or whatever, like after crying and him praying and be like, yeah, this is like the Holy Spirit. And I remember that this dude came over to me and he started praying and he touched my head. The thing is, like, I was crying, but I wasn't necessarily crying because of what he was saying, because I felt the Holy Spirit. It was because I was 16 in a weird place with people I don't know, adults I don't know, that don't let me talk to my mother, in pain and with an hour of sleep. He went to do the collapse thing on me. He kind of like just pushed my head down. The second day was the day they allowed us to shower. So when it was done at like 3 a.m., they made us like line up to take a bath, and we had exactly 30 seconds to wash ourselves because there were quote unquote too many kids. And I remember on Sunday, I was like, in total, we've had 3 hours of sleep. And at this point, everyone is, I believe, hallucinating, and every single kid was crying when they saw their parents. They were taking pictures and videos, and it was supposed to be like so cute, you know, like you want to talk to your parents again. Oh my god, you missed them, they're back to. But it was really like, Mom, Dad, please save me from this hell. We got home and we just slept for like 15 hours straight. It lasted like 3 days, but it felt like it lasted like 3 years. I swear to God. Why would the parents even send the kids to it? Okay, so Mac, the whole thing is that they advertise it as like a nice, like little regular camp in which you're gonna have like a nice time and have like a normal hours and a nice schedule. They said that we were gonna do so many things, for example, that we ended up not doing. So I think your friend was a recruiter. No. My friend wasn't. She didn't know either. She also suffered through it and she was like, I'm never coming back. I just farted and I swear to God, I shit my pants. There was cheese in the burrito. Can we go one stream without Mila getting insta hungry? No, I'm a hungry slime. That's why I'm a slime. Everything dissolves really fast in my body. I absolutely love Chamina, and I want her to step on me. It's too hot here, help. I will come over and I'll cool you down with the power of... Thank you everyone for coming. Yay, bye-bye. The windows. Open the windows.